Welcome, welcome, welcome back to the Listening Method. I'm your host, Liz.
And I'm Matthew. It's so good to be in the booth today, Liz. The coffee is brewing.
The vibe is good, and today we're tackling something huge, like a topic that so many people ask us about, maybe the number one question we get.
Right, it's the big one, the starting line. We're talking about how to learn basic English.
Exactly. Not the fancy university level stuff, not debating Shakespeare, but, just where do you even begin when you know literally nothing? It feels like this giant, impossible mountain to climb.
A huge mountain, and I think that's the first hurdle, right? Just the sheer intimidation factor. People look at the peak and think, I can't do that, and so they never even take the first step. They just freeze.
Totally. So our goal today is to give you a map, and not even a map for the whole mountain. Forget the peak for now. We're just giving you a little hand-drawn map for the first part of the trail, the first few steps to get you moving and build some momentum.
I love that. Forget the peak, just focus on the path right in front of you. That's all you need. So stick with us. We promise to make it as painless and maybe even as fun as possible.
Okay, so Matthew, let's dive right in, the psychology of it. Before we even get to the what to learn, let's talk about the why it feels impossible, because it's a real feeling.
It is, and it's almost entirely emotional. I think a huge part of it is fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of looking foolish, fear of being judged.
Oh, 100%. The perfectionism trap. I remember when I was trying to learn Spanish, I'd have the sentence perfectly constructed in my head, but my mouth just wouldn't open. I was so scared the words would come out wrong.
Me team with Japanese, I'd just stay silent. And what happens when you're silent?
You don't learn anything.
Exactly. The perfectionism trap is a cage. You feel like you need to know everything before you can say anything. But language learning is the complete opposite of that. It's inherently messy. It's supposed to be. So true. You have to make mistakes, like thousands of them. That's literally the process. Your brain learns by getting it wrong, getting corrected either by someone else or by yourself, and then trying again. It's a feedback loop. No mistakes means no feedback.
It's like riding a bike, right? You don't read a book about physics and balance and then just hop on and ride into the sunset.
Right. You fall. A lot. You scrape your knees. Your pride gets a little bruised.
You wobble, you crash into a bush. I definitely crashed into a bush. More than once.
Same here. But you get back on. And every single time you wobble, your brain is learning. It's making thousands of tiny adjustments to your balance. Learning a language it's all wobbling, especially at the beginning. It's 90% wobble.
So the first step is just giving yourself permission to wobble, permission to sound silly and make a ton of mistakes.
Permission to be a beginner. It's so simple, but it's a huge mental block to overcome. You're not supposed to be fluent on day one. You're supposed to sound like a beginner because you are a beginner. And that's okay. It's actually a wonderful place to be.
It's where all the growth happens. Okay, so that's the mindset. Let go of perfection. Embrace the beautiful, messy wobble. What's next after we've, mentally prepared for glorious failure?
Exactly. Well, the next step is choosing your tools. But instead of trying to carry a giant, heavy toolbox, we're going to start with just one screwdriver, the most important one.
Okay, I like that. A small, manageable tool. So we're not talking about memorizing a dictionary from A to Z.
God, no, the opposite of that. We're talking about finding the point of maximum leverage. We're talking about the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle.
Ah, yes, my favorite principle. The idea that you get 80% of the results from 20% of the effort. It applies to so many things.
And in English, it's even more extreme. Studies have shown that the 100 most common words in English make up about 50% of all written and spoken language.
50% from just 100 words? That can't be right. It sounds too simple.
It is. It's wild, right? Think about that. If you just know 100 words, you can understand, or at least get the gist of, half of what you hear in a normal, everyday conversation.
Okay, so what are these magical words? Like apple, house, dog?
Some of those are in the top few hundred, for sure, but the top 100 are mostly, well, they're kind of boring. They're the little words, the glue words. The glue words. Things like the, be, to, of, and, or pronouns like I, you, he, she, it. Prepositions like in, on, at. They're not exciting words, but they're the nuts and bolts of the entire language.
Okay, that makes sense. You can't really build a sentence without them. So, how do you suggest people learn them? Just make a list and stare at it? That sounds mind-numbing.
It is, and it's not very effective. You have to make them active. You have to use them immediately. Context is everything.
So, like flashcards?
Flashcards are great. Digital ones on an app like Anki or Quizlet, or just old school index cards. But on the back of the card, don't just write the definition. Write a super simple phrase or sentence.
Oh, good idea. So, for the word on, you'd write on the table.
Or for I, you'd write I am. For have, I have a cat. Something really simple that shows the word in its natural habitat.
Right, right. And another great tip I've heard is to label things in your house. Get some sticky notes. Write table, chair, door, window. You see the words all day, every day. It's effortless review.
That's a fantastic technique. It connects the new word directly to the real-world object in your mind, without translating back to your native language first.
Exactly. So, your first mission, if you choose to accept it, is to find a list of the 100 most common English words. Just Google it, it's everywhere.
And just focus on those for a week or 2 weeks. Don't even look at other words. Just live and breathe those 100 words. Stick them on your wall. Use an app. Say them out loud.
And suddenly, half of the English language will start to become clear. It's like you've been given a key to decode the matrix.
It's the biggest shortcut there is. It's the ultimate language hack. Start here. Don't start anywhere else.
All right, so we got the mindset. We've got our first 100 words. We have our little pile of Lego bricks. Now what? How do we start, clicking them together into something that makes sense?
Great question. This is where most people get scared again. They think, oh no, grammar. And they have flashbacks to school with red pens and confusing charts.
Oh, grammar. The word alone is terrifying. All those tenses and rules, present perfect continuous. What even is that?
And we're telling you, ignore it all for now. Put the giant grammar book in a drawer and forget about it.
Ignore it? My high school English teacher would be horrified.
I know, it feels wrong, but you need to learn one single pattern. The most basic, most fundamental sentence structure in English. The skeleton key.
Okay, I'm ready. What is it?
Subject, verb, object. SVO.
Okay, subject, verb, object. SVO.
That's it. That's your golden key. Almost every simple idea in English can be expressed with that pattern. The person or thing doing the action itself, and the person or thing receiving the action.
Give me some examples.
I love cats. I is the subject, love is the verb, cat is the object.
I love cats. SVO. Okay, what else?
She reads books.
She, subject, reads verb, books, object. Got it. This is clicking.
We eat pizza. They play games. It's the same pattern over and over.
And now you can take your list of 100 words, which includes simple subjects like I, you, we, they, simple verbs like have, see, go, like, and simple objects, and you can start building. You become a sentence scientist.
A sentence scientist. I love it. You can mix and match. I see you. They like it. We have that. They're not, beautiful poetry, but they are complete, correct English sentences.
And you're communicating. That's the whole point. You're actually saying something. That must be such a huge confidence booster.
It's the biggest, because you're no longer just holding the bricks. You're building a little wall. A wobbly wall, maybe.
A very wobbly, very short wall.
But it's a wall. And from there, you can start adding little decorations. You can add an adjective. I like big cats. The adjective just goes before the noun.
Oh, okay. So she reads long books. We eat good pizza.
Exactly. See? You just made your sentences more descriptive, but you didn't break the SVO rule. The core is still there. This is how a language grows. You start with a simple skeleton, and you slowly add on to it.
So the takeaway here is Don't open a grammar book and try to learn 12 tenses at once. Just learn SVO, practice it with your 100 core words, then maybe add some adjectives.
1,000 times yes. That's your entire focus for the first month. Just make SVO sentences. That's your whole job. Become a master of the simple sentence.
You know, it seems so obvious now, but this feels like the perfect time to bring up the name of our podcast.
The listening method.
The listening method, because everything we've talked about, the words, the grammar, it's all about creating output. But you can't create output in a vacuum. You need
Input. You gotta fill the tank before you can drive the car.
right. And the best input, the most natural input, is just listening to how the language actually sounds in the real world.
Absolutely. Your brain is a pattern matching machine. It's designed to absorb language through sound. It needs tons and tons of data to start seeing the patterns, the rhythm, the music of English. You can't learn that from a textbook.
The music of English. I love that. So, what should beginners listen to? Probably not like a Quentin Tarantino movie or a political debate.
No, dear God, no. You'll just get discouraged. You need to start super simple. My number one recommendation is children's television shows.
Oh, interesting. Like Bluey or Peppa Pig?
Peppa Pig is perfect. Bluey might be a little fast sometimes, but Peppa Pig, the language is simple, it's repetitive, the context is always clear from the pictures. It's literally designed to teach language to brains that are learning from scratch.
That's so smart. No shame in watching cartoons as an adult learner.
Zero shame. Other great things are songs with simple, clear lyrics. Think The Beatles. She Loves You, Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. It's SVO.
It is. Or podcasts specifically designed for learners that speak slowly and clearly. The key is you need to hear the language spoken by native speakers a lot. Even just having it on in the background while you cook dinner helps. That's passive listening.
Right, but if you really want to level up, you need to do active listening. And a great technique for that is called shadowing.
Shadowing sounds mysterious, like something a ninja would do.
It just means you repeat what you hear as you hear it. You're trying to mimic the sounds, the rhythm, the intonation, everything. You become a little Enka.
So if Peppa says, I am jumping in muddy puddles,
You say, I am jumping in muddy puddles, right along with her. It feels incredibly silly at first. You will feel ridiculous.
I was going to say you probably want to do this alone, not on a crowded bus or in a quiet library.
Yeah, probably a good idea. But what it does is it builds the muscle memory in your mouth. Your tongue and lips and jaw learn how to make these new shapes, these new sounds. It's a physical exercise for your mouth.
It's connecting the listening part of your brain directly to the speaking part of your brain.
That's the perfect way to put it. It closes the loop. So you listen a lot and you shadow. You find your 100 words, you master your SVO, and you just absorb the sounds of the language. Oh, and one more tip. Don't be afraid of subtitles, but use English subtitles, not subtitles in your own language.
Ah, yes. So do you connect the written word to the spoken word? That's a great tip. And that's really it, isn't it? That's the starting point. It's not this huge, scary, unclimbable mountain. It's just a few clear, simple, manageable steps.
Exactly. Let's recap them one last time. 1. Give yourself permission to be a beginner. Embrace the wobble. It's okay to make mistakes.
2. Focus on the 100 most common words. Use flashcards, label your house. That's your biggest shortcut to understanding.
3. Master one grammar pattern. Subject, verb, object. Build tiny sentences, then maybe add an adjective. Become a master of the simple sentence.
And 4. Listen. A lot. Listen to children's shows and simple songs. Do active listening by shadowing what you hear.
Absolutely. And that final piece, the glue that holds all these other pieces together, is one simple, powerful, and often overlooked word: consistency.
So, we've given our listeners a fantastic toolkit: the right mindset, the core words, the basic grammar, and the listening habit. But there's one more piece of the puzzle, isn't there? The one that holds it all together: consistency. It sounds so simple, but it's the hardest part, isn't it? It's where most people fall off. They get excited for a week, study for hours, and then life happens. They burn out. It's a journey, not a race. Remember that. Be kind to yourself.
Well said, Liz.
All right, that is all the time we have for today. We hope this helped you feel a little less intimidated and a lot more inspired.
Join us next week where we're going to talk about the single most useful phrase you can learn in any language. It's a game changer for conversation.
Ooh, a little cliffhanger. I like it. Until then, keep listening.
And keep learning. Bye, everyone.